off at the end of a route, too. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent. That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want.
That brings up another fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. Avoids him at the 40. 31 yards on the punt there. Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. And really a lot of guys you can highlight on this offense with how
well he's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Really? Are you kidding me?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. And quickly, they get to the line. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Now back to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Cowboys just continue to roll. Now Mike McCarthy going to decide to go for 2 here. Back to throw again. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. DeMarcus Lawrence make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Game one for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
They just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And down inside the 40 or about the 38. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And he's swallowed up right near the plate. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
They'll try and run the option, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punked the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get you.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings out.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And taken right at the 35. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard.
He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the 3rd, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times.
2nd and 13. Throw for it here.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. His short throw caught by Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles 1st down as he takes it down to the 20-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Arlington. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
He'll drop to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Back to throw here. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Swift will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
And as a defensive coordinator, you're almost in a no-win situation down here near the goal line. You know how dangerous Jalen Hurts is when he holds on to it. You've got to be prepared to stay with him. So when he hands it off, if you're slow in reacting, this is going to be the result.
Elliott good with a PAT as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
And even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
They toss it down to Pollard.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense